Mom's favorite vase.
She always says don't play ball in the house.
Pork chops and applesauce. That's swell.
Marcia. Hey, you guys. Oh, my nose!
Welcome to Here's the Story, a Brady Bunch podcast. Hey, I'm not going to tear this thing apart. It's my favorite show. Episode 20. Brace yourself. Mike gets home wearing the most incredibly hot mustard-colored plaid suit ever and finds out from Carol and Alice that Marcia got braces at the dentist. Cut to Marcia looking at them in the bedroom mirror, calling herself ugly and crying. Commercial break. We return from the commercial to see Marcia trying out different facial expressions and fake small talk in the mirror when Alice calls her to dinner. She's too embarrassed to come down and makes up an excuse. Mike says it's okay, and you can eat later when you get hungry, which she does, or at least she tries to. But the braces make her food taste like lead. She tells her mom that she hates the way she looks and doesn't want to go to the school dance in 2 weeks. To which Carol is horrified that Marcia will upset her date, Alan. Oh no, we wouldn't want to upset Alan. No, I'm just kidding. I see her point. She explains to Marcia that she accepted his invitation and braces won't change the feelings of a real friend. Carol can give advice just as good as Mike any day. She's a great mom, and Marcia gives a big smile. Now, speaking of which, Mike is in the family room giving his best advice to the rest of the kids about being sensitive to Marcia right now and to just ignore the braces. His words are great, but I think they're going to backfire. And Jan is wearing a large, wide tie. These girls and their weird ties. The next morning, Peter gets in some funny lines with Marcia and Alice that show that he's just about the most clueless, deer-in-the-headlights, completely unable to read the room, astonished yeller in the household. That's part of his charm. After more interactions with Alice, Bobby, and Jan, Marcia goes on a little emotional roller coaster and faceplants her crying self up in her bed with her dress and shoes still on. That's when Mike comes up to let her know that Alan is waiting downstairs to talk to her about the dance. She's miserable and embarrassed, but he cheers her right up, and she goes bounding down the stairs to see Alan. And that's when he tells her he can't take her to the dance. Something suddenly came up. No, just kidding. That's still a few seasons from now. Now, Alan can't take her, but he's telling the truth. Marcia doesn't believe him, and Maureen McCormick gives an Oscar-worthy performance of heartbreak that may be the best in the series so far. The braces were fake for the show. Maureen McCormick didn't need any in real life. On the other hand, Eve Plum, Susan Olsen, and Mike Lookinland all did get braces, but Jan, Cindy, and Bobby didn't get episodes devoted to the event. In the 2003 David Spade film, Dickie Roberts, former child star, Barry Williams bets Marcia's braces from this episode in a poker game. Down in the living room, Carol tries to help Marcia by secretly getting on the phone and cold calling her friends to coerce their sons into asking Marcia out to the dance. This can't be good. Alice and Greg get in on the action by bribing a karate enthusiast and John Boy from the Waltons to ask her out. This really can't be good. Later that night, all three boys show up simultaneously, and Marcia catches on to what happened. The jig is up. What a disaster. But it really was funny to watch Robert Reed's comedic double takes and whatnot. I don't know why he didn't like comedy. He's good at it. I haven't gone into all the behind-the-scenes stuff about Robert Reed yet, but suffice it to say, everything he had a problem with goes completely undetectable. You'd never know he hated all of it. He's just too good of an actor. And that's when Alan shows up. He can take Marcia to the dance after all. At first she thinks he's been bribed too, but he convinces her that no one had to bribe him because she's the grooviest looking girl in school. For some reason, Alan's character is named Craig in the credits and on IMDb. A simple mistake. They only said Alan about 16 times in the show and never said Craig. That makes sense. There's a quick scene of Alice at the store picking up Marcia's dress, and you can see one of those Gray Slick, Mod Squad, Go-Go, Color Swirl, Twiggy hats, or whatever they're called. Those should make a comeback. Now Marcia is at the top of the stairs, walking down in her new dress to Alan in his tiny little suit. And wouldn't you know it, he got braces too. As they walk out the front door, we get a view of the house across the street for the first time. And since this was an indoor set, it would have just been a huge photo on a wall. And so ends another crazy Brady sitcom tale from the Twilight Zone. Until next time.